Hey everybody, it's Marty Bahama, causing a lot of Monday drama. Thank you, Kamikaze Christie, for starting the buzz, starting our YouTube live. I hope you guys are ready to learn a little bit more about the Facebook groups, a little bit more about the Messenger groups. Hope you're ready to see some amazing stuff, because as soon as this live is over, I've got another video scheduled to pop up, and it is going to show a bunch of screenshots from different realtors, different loan originators that said, hey, thanks to the buzz, this has changed my life. Thanks to these Facebook groups, Marty Bahama, Kamikaze Christie, this has changed our lives. We're able to spend more time with friends, more time with family, more time on our phone, finding people that way or having people find us that way, and not having to use our desktop. So let me make sure I'm in the right place at the right time, talking to the right people. Bear with me 1 second here. It has been a great day. You guys will notice by the screenshot that I put on the front of this live, that is our Buzz team representatives putting some monster clear to closes up for us. And what I mean by that is Neil Mangrum, when I say Buzz team representative, also a Southwest funding representative, branch manager / area manager I have working with us. He come into the business, didn't know anything about the mortgage business, zero, didn't know anything. His first month in the business, he spent just really getting covered up thanks to this guy right here. This guy right here made a mistake. I put the cart before the horse. I said, Neil, go ahead and start posting out there. Go ahead and start getting some applications in the door. I knew his license was in the middle of getting approved. I knew he could handle this. He's okay. He's almost ready to go. He gets the deals. We're already licensed in South Carolina. If he gets the applications in, then we work on them for him. So he gets the applications in the door. We help him with them. We help him finish getting his license. What's up? What's up, Gloria? Hope you're doing great. Gloria, if you haven't got your book or t-shirt yet, please let me know. Send me a direct message. If you come in here and you're on this live and I haven't seen you yet, please let me know and I will get you out a free book. Just let me know, and if I have enough t-shirts, I may even send you a t-shirt. You might get a surprise shirt too. But let me know if you haven't got this book yet and you've took the time out of your life to get here on this live and check out the buzz. Message me directly or just make a comment below. I will get your address and we will mail you a book out this week. Without a doubt, stone cold fact. If I'm late getting you a book, I apologize. We just got another shipment in here recently. Thank you, Kamikaze, for staying on top of the books and bringing all the stuff in. That is amazing. Guys, if you don't drink Coke Zero, I don't have my Coke Zero bottle here to show you. But if you don't drink Coke Zero, you need to start. It is absolutely amazing. I'm hearing a small lag time on my headset. We're trying something a little different tonight. I wanted to kind of see what the latency time is from YouTube for me putting this live out there, then you guys actually hear me. And it's actually pretty close. I see our buzz formula is a little messed up. Thank you, Honey Buzz. She's in here knocking stuff around a minute ago. And if you guys see this video camera behind me, there's a reason I sit this back here. I want to tell you how Marty Human operates. About 2-3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I say, Kamikaze, we need a video camera. We need a video camera. Let's go get an expensive one. And then it's sit there and collect the dust for 2.5 years, it's collected dust. So finally, we've knocked the dust off of it. We're getting it back out. We're going to start shooting some more videos for these YouTube channels. Doing some amazing things. Started a new podcast today. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes too. But yes, we're trying to get the word out there, guys. Trying to get the buzz out there. So do me a favor. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. But also to start recommending the buzz to fellow coworkers out there. Because you may have some coworkers out there who are not putting up good numbers. No matter what the business is. Maybe not getting a lot of sales, no matter if they're selling sheds, selling tires, selling cars, selling mortgages, selling homes. They may need some help And that's what we're going to do. Even if they don't officially become a Buzz team member, they'll still be able to check out the lives. They'll still be able to check out the podcast. They'll still be able to get some hints, some tricks, hear about some updates that we're going to talk about here in a few minutes with the Facebook groups. But yeah, brought this camera back here to say, hey guys, it's out here. We're going to start using it some, start getting some stuff done. Did our first our podcast today. I think it was about 10 minutes long, something like that. But I just kind of did an overview of the Buzz, and then Kamikaze taught me a little nice trick about screen sharing. So once this live gets done tonight, I think I got it scheduled for maybe 11 p.m. So probably about 30 minutes after the live is done, you guys will see another video get uploaded, and it's going to show a bunch of proof, a bunch of real estate agents out there, just like that screenshot showing all those C2Cs. And if you don't know what a C2C is in this business, if you're a realtor or loan originator, then we got to fix that problem for you. Because the C2C is a clear to close. That means we have went through the gauntlet of our underwriters. We went through the gauntlet of the appraiser. It's went to the gauntlet of everybody, the title company, the property's good, the insurance is solid, everything's golden. Now we've got it clear to close. And then what happens is, and where a lot of people don't understand this is, in our business, when you get that clear to close, there's still a few more steps to take. But as soon as those few other steps to get taken, like they'll do what's called a verbal verification employment. They just want to make sure during this 30-day process or 60-day process that somebody hasn't quit their job. So they'll usually do a verbal verification employment, but then they'll start working on the numbers, get to the closing table, and everybody's happy. Yay, yay, yay. But usually what happens is there's always some tension. I've done many, many loans in my life, and even with those 800 credit scores, those 780 credit scores, you'll still get some tension sometimes. One of the best deals, fastest deals we would have closed with Southwest Funding, probably would have closed in 8 days if we hadn't waited an extra 4 days for the appraisal. Still closing in 12 days. But you would think that extra 4 days that we had to wait on that appraiser was going to cause a lot of issues. You know, it was causing the borrower to get a little panicky, get a little upset because, you know, he's like that guy on that commercial walking through with his plant saying, yeah, I'll get anything I want with my big credit score. You know, well, I want my appraisal back right now. Well, it's simple. Call them up and tell them to send it in. You'll see with the Buzz, you'll learn a lot of stuff about, especially the real estate industry. Being a realtor, being a loan originator, but you'll also learn a lot of stuff about the Facebook groups like today. Pretty good update, especially for people that have personal branding groups. And that update today was allowing you to do specific layouts for your photos that you're dropping as a post into the groups, which is great if you have your personal branding group set up and you're wanting to show photos. Now, obviously with the Buzz, we teach you how to start conversations. And we normally say, leave the photos out. But in this case, we're saying put the photos in when it comes to your PBG and treating your PBG, your personal branding group, like it's a blog group. I watch a lot of people, not just real estate agents, not just loan originators, use these Facebook groups over the last 6 years, and they use them to the extreme. And they'll use them just like it's a blog group, like it's a website. They'll use it to bring all their business in. Even a real estate agent who is an admin over a 45,000 member group, which is all realtors. Don't get me wrong, it's real estate agents. But once I taught her how to create a personal branding group, she started growing it. And now I think she's up to maybe 500 some members, maybe 1,000. But she said that is her source, her main and only source of business is using that personal branding group, that group that we created for her. So keep that in mind. If you've not created a personal branding group and you haven't got this book yet, simply message me or comment in here and say, hey, I haven't got the book yet, and I'll make sure we get it out to you. Because it will teach you what we mean by a personal branding group. It'll teach you what we mean by these Facebook groups in general. So today on our first podcast, guys, you know, we talked about a little bit about kind of the direction where we started from. And then we talked about pretty much where we're going with the Facebook groups, buying the groups, creating that leverage. So I kind of just did an overview from the beginning to the end. And buying the Facebook groups obviously has changed a lot of people's lives, including we just had a few posts get dropped into our Facebook group. Let me pull that up real quick. Where a few of our new Buzz team members, who I know one of them is Ryan, let me see here, Lethwich. He has picked up, I think he's kind of says he's already addicted to it. And that is kind of funny because it does get pretty addictive. That's for sure. It's pretty fun. It's really fun when you control a group and you're able to put your stuff on top of it, put all your stuff. But Justin Metz, here's another one who just picked up another Facebook group. Amber Latrace, she says, forever give credit to the Buzz. I'm picking up 1 to 2 groups every week simply by being teachable and coachable and following the formula. That was a good post, by the way, Amber. Amber, if you watch this live, I really, really do appreciate that. You are super, super awesome. Take those, of course, I've got a screenshot of that, and every time somebody comes in here, like Dwayne, he says, just picked up another group. The Buzz is where it's at. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you. But every time I see something good like that, just like today, talking about those clear to closes, I saw the real estate agents out there in South Carolina that Neil worked with. They always do a very good job of getting their clients to get out there and take a screenshot of the house, or take a picture of the house, take a picture of them holding the keys, maybe holding a sign that says sold. They always do a really good job of getting those clients out there to do that. And then they're always putting them on Facebook, sharing them out there, encouraging their clients to send them out there. And I'm telling you, that is very important. One reason you want to always keep your Facebook groups, especially your PVG public, is because you want people to be able to share stuff in and out of it. And I get that question a lot. I have a lot of people say, hey Marty, what should I do with my Facebook group? I've got this big buy, sell, trade group. What should I do with it? It's public, it's private, and now the way Facebook group works, or the way the Facebook groups work compared to what they used to be, you'd have 3 categories. And it was public, private, and secret. And then they did away with secret, and now they just got public and private. But on the private, you can go in there and you can actually hide the group. So it's the same as secret, they just did a different format of the way it looked. So same concept, still public and private, but here's the change. Used to, as long as you wasn't over 5,000 members, you could actually change that group back and forth. You could go from public to private, private to public, either way. And now, the way it works is, if you're private, you're not going back. You're stuck at private. So you're not going to be able to stay, even if you start a group out. We found this out there today when one of our Buzz team members created their group, and they started out creating it as a private group. And then I said, no, you want to make that group public. But then when I went back to change it to public, it wouldn't let them. And that has to do with Facebook's privacy, all the stuff they've been through over the last probably 2 or 3 years. So now they've made some changes to help protect us. Because before, I could create a Facebook group, add 100 people in it, add 200 or 300 people in it. They would be in that group, and I could call that group Marty's Homeless People in Tennessee if I wanted to. They would be in that group, and they wouldn't have a clue how they got in that group. They'd be like, "What? How am I in this group?" And I'd even have people say, "How do I get out of this group?" They didn't even know how to get out of what they were in. So Facebook made a lot of changes over the years, and that's where I talk about these updates, because what I do, every time I see an update, we've got these Google Classrooms we built. I'll go in there and I'll take a video of the update, usually a screen share video. I'll drop the update in for our Buzz team members to see. But over the years, they've made many, many updates to the privacy settings, especially to protect people and to build even with the messenger groups. It was so smooth that I could, if somebody said, "Hey Marty, can you connect me to a realtor in Indiana?" I could click on a realtor's name in Indiana, create a group with them with this person, or click on this person's name, create a group with them, and that person in Indiana didn't even have a clue it happened. They didn't know. They're like, what just happened? Where am I at? So messengers got a little more of, hey, they've got to actually see your message, respond to you before you can create that group. So they're making it more of where you just can't be around and put into these groups without knowing what's happening, which is great. It's a great thing for all of us to know who we got and how we're growing our personal branding groups and who's coming in there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kamikaze, I know I'm a little slow when it comes to getting these things going. Just like the podcast, guys, we bought this mic a long time ago, a couple years ago, I guess, and been wanting to do a podcast forever, so finally figured it out a little bit, I hope. So we're going to drop that link too inside of our Buzz Team group, and I will drop it into the comments of this one of our YouTube channels here, maybe this one or in the description. So that way you guys can subscribe if you listen to podcasts. I'll be just giving out some basic tips and tricks on how to use the Facebook groups, how to find Facebook groups. You know, a lot of people get a little complicated with it. They don't take it, they don't think it's as simple as it really is. But honestly, get on your phone, hit the search button, and keep this in mind, guys. When you're out there searching for groups, they're not all going to be named the same thing. They're going to be all kind of different types of groups out there. It used to be, back in the old days, the olden days of Facebook groups, they had like 13 different categories of the types of groups they had. And I think now they may be back up to 5 or 6 categories. They took it down to where they had all these weird categories, started lumping a lot of those strange categories they had into one group called general. Then they had the buy, sell, trade groups. They got the social learning groups. And then they got the jobs groups. And it seems like there's, I have to look it up again, it seems like there may be one more besides that that they just kind of come out with. But yeah, slowly they started adding more different types of groups. But when you're out there searching for the groups, keep it simple and look for different names besides specific names of your town, because you got to keep in mind, this is not the government making these groups. This is individual people. This is not the cities or the counties making these groups. It's individual people making these groups, and they're going to name them some crazy stuff. Just like Knoxville here. Our area code is 865 for Vol, V-O-L. Go Vols Go. If you're not a Vols fan, go Vols Go. But I can get on Facebook, and I could search Vol. Uh-oh. I hope I'm still there, Gloria. I could search Vol, V-O-L, and sure enough, it would pop up all kind of Facebook groups. Now, I hope I'm still here. I know we get some internet issues sometimes down here. And I'm telling you right now, that's WOW's fault. Wow. Makes me always say wow. But I'm still seeing it on my end. Kamikaze, are you still seeing it okay? Hey. Good. And trust me, there's storms happening outside too. So this is Seattle. I don't live in Knoxville anymore. This is the rainiest. I think Seattle might be the rainiest place out there. At least I've always heard it is. But I'm telling you right now, we are in the second most rainiest place in the world. And it seems like you get a little bit of rain, a little bit of sprinkles, and next thing you know, I just now noticed we're missing a B off our B thing there. Bus form is different. Yeah, but yeah, you get a little bit of sprinkles, and next thing you know, our service goes a little bit rough. Yes. No doubt our summer has not been as outside enjoying the pool near as much as it should have been, for sure. That is without a doubt. You know, a couple of years ago we had a great summer. It was one of those summers that lasted from seemed like it started around April and it went all the way to October, November, where we were still swimming. And this year we may have got to use the pool just a very few times because non-stop rain. No doubt about that. Non-stop rain in Tennessee. Over the years, you know, with the Facebook groups and the changes, a lot of them have really been more to help people. I have noticed that. I've noticed a lot of changes to, even when it comes to creating a group, they give you a lot more step-by-step instructions than what they used to do. So I can definitely tell Facebook has geared their attention on making the Facebook groups a little bit more easier to understand. To me, they're super easy to understand because we've been using them forever, and because to me, Facebook business pages are super complicated. When it comes to having to spend money for advertising, I don't like it if you don't need to, especially when I've had hundreds of agents, hundreds of loan originators, tell me that the buzz, first of all, is way better than Zillow. Way better than Zillow as far as the quality of the leads. I've had hundreds of loan officers tell me the buzz is way better than doing the Facebook paid ads, and way better than lemon tree leads, way better than trying to go out there and beat the streets to meet real estate agents, when I have taught real estate agents and loan originators how to meet each other. Very simple with these Facebook groups. How to grow your business. Very simple with these Facebook groups. To the extreme of having one small branch with 6, 7 people, to now we have loan officers I haven't met, plenty of them, that are on fire, closing a lot of loans. And now we're up to like 8 or 9 different satellite branches, thanks to the Facebook group. So if you are a real estate agent and you are in Tennessee, let me make sure I get all of these states right, because I know me, I will definitely call off a state that I don't cover. always moving and grooving and working. But if you are in Tennessee, if you're in Kentucky, Texas, South Carolina, Florida, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Colorado, fixing to be Oklahoma, you need to reach out to me. Let me know. I will get you set up with one of our loan originators. They will help you get out there in these Facebook groups. One thing I have definitely taught our loan originators is to give back. Give back. You can't go out there knocking on a realtor's door, because first of all, they're not in the office if they're any good. And they're not going to just give you all their business if they don't know how good of a loan originator you are. That's one thing I loved about Kamikaze Christie saying, Marty, take screenshots. Take screenshots of everything you see good out there, especially when somebody goes out there and says, thanks to Marty, with my 580 credit score, where and this is a true story, I got 2 or 3 screenshots that almost say this verbatim. Thanks to my 580 credit score and Marty Human, where 5 other people told me no. 5 other companies said no, can't do it, impossible. Now I'm a homeowner. Now I own a house. Thanks to Marty, Southwest Funding, these Facebook groups, the buzz, Kamikaze Christie, teaching us how to make all this 100% mobile, teaching our loan originators to stay at home and relax, teaching real estate agents to stay at home and relax. 2020 is not the year to be out there knocking on doors. I'm hearing somebody knock right now, it sounds like. Kamikaze, is that you? We'll be sure to drop that link, guys, to the podcast out there, so you guys can definitely subscribe to it, listen to it when you're going down the street. I'm gonna give you guys some motivation 109, not motivation 101. I'm gonna teach you how to assume to sell. I'm gonna teach you how to use these Facebook groups to the extreme, to get out there and start discussions, to stay away from the rough place called marketplace. Always start discussions. Follow the buzz. Thank you, Kamikaze. Here she is, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you, thank you, thank you.